All right, lesson 6.4, we're going to be talking about percent of change. So finding the percent of change. So open up your books to page 246, and I want you to write down the formula that it has in your book. So it says the percent of change is the amount stated as a percent that a number increases or decreases. If the number goes up, it is a percent of increase. If a number goes down, it is a percent of decrease. And this is what I want you to make sure you write down. So, percent of change equals the amount of change over original amount. Okay, so the percent of change is the amount of change over the original amount. And this is in your book as well. So, let's look at number 1. It tells us that the number 27 is decreased by 20? Yes. So, they want to find the percent of change. Well, the first thing we have to know is the amount of change. Well, how do you find that? Well, it's 27 minus 20 equals 7. Okay, now we know our formula is percent equals, I'm going to put AC, amount of change, over OA, original amount, which equals 7 is our amount of change because it decreased from 27 to 20. So it decreased by 7, and that's going to be divided by 27. Now, if you divide that, you'll get a very long decimal of 0.25929. And remember, when we do decimals, we move our, when we do percents, we move our decimal 2 spots over, and we get 25.9%. Okay? So the decrease, or the percent of decrease, was 25.9%. It decreased by 25.9%. All right, let's try another example. Because there's a lot of steps to get these answers. So we have 32 is increased by, increased to 67. So remember, percent equals amount changed over amount original. Okay, so what is our amount changed? So 67 minus 32, which equals what? Well, 7 minus 2 is 5, 6 minus 3 is 35. So our change, or amount of change, is 35. So our percent equals 35 over our original amount, which was 32. So if we do the math on that, and we divide 35 by 32, we're going to get 1.09375. And that's going to equal 109.4%. And as you can tell, the book, it looks like the book is wanting us to round to the nearest 10th spot. So, this was an increase of 109.4%. Now we have to look and see if does this make sense. If you are having a ending with a larger number than what you started with, then your increase is going to be more than 100%. Okay. If you are decreasing, obviously you can't have 100% because that would put you in the negatives. All right, let's try the next one. It says using percent of change. So it's giving us the regular price of an MP3 player is $79.99. It is on sale for 25% off. Okay, now we still have our same formula, which is our percentage equals AC over AO. The only problem is we have our percentage and we have our original, but we don't know how much that's going to, what our change is going to be. So we set up our problem like this. So we have 25 percent, which we are going to translate back into a decimal. So how do we change a percent into a decimal? We divide it by 100. So you would move that decimal out to here. So it's really going to be 0.25 equals X, our unknown number, our amount of change, over 79.99. Now, how do we solve for X? Yes, we should multiply each side by 79.99, right? Because what you do to one side, you do to the other side. Well, this is going to cancel that out. And then, what is 79.99 times 20.25? So we have 79.99, which is 0.25. 5 times 9 is 45. 9 times 5 is 45 plus 4. Same thing. 5 times 7 is 35, so that's 39. 18. Uh, 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Add those all together, we get 5, 7, 19, 19, 9, and 1. And we're going over 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like it's going to be about 20 amount of change. So if that's the amount of change, $20 is going to be the amount of change. What's going to be the sale price? Well, what we do is we subtract that $20 from the original price, and $79.99 minus 20 is going to be $59.99. So $60. Now, all of this would have been a lot easier if we would just rounded that to 80, but most of the time in retail, you're not going to get nice, easy numbers. You're going to get these, $79.99 or $79.98 or other things like that. So it's good to be able to work with our decimals. All right, one more example, and then you can get started on your homework. So it says, Winter Wonders buys snow globes from a manufacturer for $9.20 each. So their cost is $9.20. They sell it at a 95% increase. What is the retail price of the snow globe? So they're increasing it by that percentage. Let's put our formula up here. Percent equals AC over AO. Again, we don't have the amount change. but we do have the original amount and we have the percentage. We have to put this in a decimal. So we have 0.95 equals X over $9.20. Again, we're solving for X, so we multiply each side by 920. That cancels out. Do the math on here. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 1 is 46. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 9 is 81. 6 and 8 is 14. 7, 8, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the increase, or the amount of change, is $8.74. So we take the $8.74 and we add that to the original price to get our retail price, because this is a 95% increase. So we still have to increase $9.20. So we have $9.20 plus 8.74. So they are selling their snow globes for $17.94. Okay? Now remember, you don't want to forget that step in the end where you add or subtract, depending on whether you're increasing or decreasing, what you found, your amount of change. You don't want to add or subtract that to the original. Don't forget to do that, because this is not your answer. This is your answer. Okay? So keep that in mind when you're doing that, and keep this formula in your head. Write it down on paper. Write it again and again and again so you don't forget. Okay? All right. If you have any questions, raise your hand. If not, you can get started on your assignment.